Adam, what's going on? Where have you been? What are you doing?
Things are good, man. I work at Fox Sports now, and
Are you doing like an MMA show?
Yeah, well, I have a podcast for MMA, which is cool. I get getting paid to interview fighters, which is great. Called MMA.
You
Roasted.
originally were into wrestling. Are you now like? How did you get into MMA from wrestling?
Well, it's sort of a lot. It's a lot of wrestlers just becomes like there was no real. One of the reasons I stopped wrestling in college, it was number one, the weight cut was brutal, but I was cutting from like 150 to 134 every time I had a match. So by the time I got mad, I wanted to kill the guy because I lost 16 pounds that week,
Right.
and I was just on edge all the time. And but there
And
was
diuretics.
yeah, I would literally I would sleep with the window open to shiver off weight, or
Yeah.
I would wear like 5 layers to sweat
Garbage
off weight.
Jason was a
I
wrestler.
wrestled,
all that stuff.
but I was in the
He was-
bottom end of the unlimited class.
Oh,
So like
I felt bad for
I
you
weighed
guys.
like 190 pounds, but
Oh.
I wrestled guys that were like 280 and shit.
Yeah.
Those guys are actually a lot easier to wrestle than the guys that were my own weight.
Some
the
of
big
them,
dudes went down a lot easier than the guys that were like
yeah, a lot of it
200.
gets the fat guys,
Yeah.
But then so they're like pro wrestling is like MMA has become like a haven for wrestling. Like
Right,
that. So
right.
I was always a fan, and then I got hired. John Heffron hired me to write.
I
for
remember
him
that when you
for
got
the
that.
MMA awards, and then that turned into I did that 4 to 5 years ago for the award show, and then I started this MMA roasted Twitter account.
Did you get like 1 million followers on that?
I'm up to 40,000.
Wow.
And they're just hardcore MMA fans.
That's crazy.
Uh,
And you just make fun of them.
yeah.
Have
yeah.
you had any MMA guys threaten you?
A couple guys said, if you roast me, I'll beat the shit out of you. One
they
guy
serious?
in particular. Yeah, but I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. But I didn't want to find out.
So you made no jokes about him.
Well, then I started saying I'm like no problem. So all his roasts were like, Donald Cerrone is a really great guy. It's like,